Hola chicos, es la señora Ver. This is a little grammar tutorial that you're going to complete in class. You're going to take notes in your notebook, and then you are going to show me to verify that you've done the work. Our topic here is stem changing verbs. You may have seen these before. We have certainly used these before. You use it all the time when you say, puedo ir al baño. Puedo ir al baño. Your verb in this case is puedo. The original verb of this is poder, which means to be able to. Now, look at puedo and poder. Do you see a difference? Okay. This O right here, when you're using it in context, gets switched into a UE. Okay? Because there are a series of verbs in Espanol that have a stem change. If you take a look at a verb, let's repeat poder. This part of the verb is your ending. And in Espanol, there are three endings that are the only endings for verbs. They either end in AR, ER, or IR. And depending on the ending is how you conjugate it, how you change it to fit the person you are talking about. But when we look at this part, the part that comes before the ending, that is called the stem. And there are a whole bunch of verbs in Espanol that have some sort of change in the stem. First, let's look at some stem changes that happen regularly in Espanol so that you are aware of them. A very common stem change that we see is E to I. We also see O to U. We see E to IE, O to UE, which is the case here con el verbo poder. There are other ones that are a little bit less popular. One of them is U to UE. And there are many more. But for the moment, the ones that we are going to be looking at for the remainder of the year are going to be of this type. Okay? Now, what does a stem changing verb mean? Basically, you all know your conjugation charts, correcto? So, let's draw a couple here, and I'll show you some examples that you're going to be following up with some Quizlet y conjuguemos, because later on we're going to use these in context, okay? Let me see. Let's do empezar. Let's do pedir. And let's do jugar. What do these mean? Empezar means to start or begin something. Pedir means to ask or request something. Y jugar, you should all know what jugar means. Por ejemplo, jugar videojuegos, to play. Okay. Muy importante. Extremadamente importante, chicos. The one thing about stem changing verbs is that we have what we call the boot. And notice, I am drawing out here the boot. So, you should all be doing the same. Dibujamos la bota. La bota, la bota. Because that is one of the main concepts of doing a stem changing verb. Any stem changes that you see here happen inside the boot. Outside the boot, we tend to keep the verb the same. Let's see what I mean. At this point, we should all know our present tense conjugations. So, If I'm going to start with, let's say, el verbo empezar, I have an E here, and empezar has an E to IE stem change. So let's take a look at that one. Yo empiezo, tú empiezas, él, ella, usted empieza. Now, nosotros, notice it's outside the boot. Nosotros. So I don't need to do that stem change. I go back to the regular stem. Empezamos. Vosotros empezáis. And now we're back to the boot. So I have to go back to my E to IE stem change. Empiezan. Alright, everybody see that? If you have a little marker, I hope you can see this. It's in anaranjado. E to IE. All throughout the boot. And if I look at it, it's like in an L shape. They call it the boot, but you can call it an L shape. Whatever works for you. And just remember, always stem changes happen within the boot, never outside. Let's take a look at pedir. Pedir happens to have an E to I stem change. So, take a minute, think. How would you say, I ask for something or I request? Yo pido. Tú pides. Él, ella o usted pide. Nosotros, watch it, now we're outside the boot. Pedimos. Vosotros pedís. And now we're back in the boot. Ellos, ellas o ustedes piden. Muy bien. All right. Let's take jugar. Jugar is a popular verb. You guys all know it. So, jugar has a U to UE stem change. Let's go back here and asterisk that out. Okay. So, think in your head. How do you say I play video games? Yo juego videojuegos. Tú juegas videojuegos. Él, ella o usted juega videojuegos. Nosotros. Now we're outside the boot again. So you're going to keep that stem original. Jugamos. Vosotros jugáis. Ellos y ustedes, we're back in. Inside the boot. Juegan. Muy bien. So, check it out. Let's go back to pedir. E to I. All my stem changes right inside the boot, the L shape. Jugar. U to UE. UE, UE, UE. All inside the boot. Outside, none. Okay? Chicos, make sure to take these notes and to show them to me to receive credit for this work. We are following this up with work in our packet y en conjuguemos. See? Because soon we will be doing some readings and then we are going to be taking a unit test on. Let me know.